robust reportage of salient and significant developments that have occurred in recent times from various ministries, agencies, and parastatals is critical to keep the record straight on Ministry News. Welcome to Ministry News. The federal government a few days ago again extended the deadline for the National Identity Number (NIN) Subscriber Identity Model SIM data verification to December. By this, the citizens and legal residents are expected to complete the process before the end of the year. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, who conveyed the approval for the extension in a statement, said that the decision to extend the deadline was made because of appeals by the mobile network operators and other industry stakeholders for a further extension to ensure better compliance with government's directive and to avoid widening the digital divide. According to him, the review of the process of the exercise indicated that over 66 million unique national identity numbers have been issued, an indication of progress achieved in the ongoing NIN SIM linkage. The Minister of Power, Abubakar Aliyu, says the Zungeru and Kashimbila hydropower projects will be ready by December this year. The minister disclosed this when he appeared before the Senate Committee on Power to defend his ministry's 2022 budget proposal. He says the 40 megawatt Kashimbila power project will start operation in December as the federal government has paid the 10 billion naira owed contractors. On the Mambila power project, the minister explains that the project has been stalled because of legal issues which the Minister of Justice is currently handling. The Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources has given firm assurance to support the Federal University of Technology Akure FUTA in its continued stride to deepen the country's self-reliance in critical technology. The assurance was given by the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Mr. Timipri Silva, when the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council Dr. Godknows Igali, members of the Council, and the Vice-Chancellor Professor Joseph Fuwakbe paid a walking visit to the ministry in Abuja in furtherance of the University-Industry Partnership Engagement and Collaboration. The minister assured FUTA of support in its ongoing efforts to rebirth a top-notch department of chemical engineering, research in biofuels, bioethanol, and master plan in gas development. Dr. Igala told the minister and members of his team that FUTA has the requisite manpower to also support the ministry in the areas of critical research in petroleum and gas-related fields. The Minister of State, however, posited that researchers in the university should add to the local content of NNPC, which he has been able to improve under his leadership from 3% to 10%, with a 30% local content target. The federal government has stated its move to stop the importation of barite mineral resources, declaring its readiness to create a sustainable mining process. The Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekan Adegbite, at the launch of the Nigerian barite in Port Harcourt, said as part of the core mandate of the ministry, it would ensure that solid minerals are refined and produced in the country. It blamed lack of infrastructure, artisanal mining activities, and insufficient funding as some of the worries in the sector. The minister further revealed that the Federal Executive Council approved the roadmap for the growth and development of the Nigerian mining industry to address the said constraints and rejuvenate the minerals, mining, and metals sector. In another development, the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development has called on the architectural community to be more active in the global climate change agenda and minimize the negative impacts of buildings The minister, Lekan Adegbite, made the call at the Building Information Modeling Workshop organized by the Association of Consulting Architects of Nigeria. He called on stakeholders, experts, and players in the design of buildings and cities to be aware of the impact, since building construction consumes 36% of world energy, cement accounting for 8% of global emissions. The architectural community should be more active in the global climate change agenda and its mitigation. According to the minister, green architecture essentially minimizes the harmful effects of construction projects on human health and the environment. The National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) on Wednesday said it had received 162 Nigerian returnees from Libya through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. The acting coordinator of the Lagos Territorial Office of NEMA, Mr. Ibrahim Farinloye, who disclosed this to reporters, said the returnees who were stranded in Libya departed Mitiga International Airport, Tripoli, aboard a chartered Burak aircraft at 10 p.m. local time and arrived at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos on Wednesday at 12:10 a.m. Nigerian time. The returnees were brought back to the country by the International Organization for Migration through Voluntary Repatriation Program for the Distressed Persons. The Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Festus Keyamo, on Monday explained why the federal government could not disburse the outstanding 7.3 billion naira to beneficiaries of 774,000 Special Public Works Program. He gave the explanation during the budget defense session with the Senate Committee on Labor and Employment. The Minister of State further disclosed that the delay was due to bank issues and promised that the ministry will ensure that the funds were disbursed before the end of December. You will recall that the program was introduced in October 2019 following the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Senate Committee on Niger Delta Affairs has noted that for the current peace to be sustained in the Niger Delta region, there is a need for better funding for the Niger Delta Ministry. The Minister for Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, who had appeared before the panel to give details of the ministry's spendings for 2021 and also to defend the 2022 budget proposal, told the panel that a total budgetary proposal of 28.1 billion naira was allocated to the ministry for 2022, comprising personnel costs of 1.7 billion naira, overhead costs of 877 million naira, and capital 25.5 billion naira. The minister argued that the budget is, however, considered meager and significantly inadequate in the face of the mandate and goals of the ministry to meet the yearnings and aspirations of the people. And finally, on ministry news, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Malam Mohammed Bello, has disclosed that not less than 4.8 billion naira is being expended annually to evacuate wastes in major districts of Abuja, covering phases 1 to 3. The minister said this when he addressed and declared open the 15th National Council of Environment, NCE, which held in Abuja recently. The minister, who said the Federal Capital Territory had the focus of going green, pointed out that one of the major challenges of the city in this direction was the transportation system. In view of this, the FCT Minister, Malam Bello, requested the intervention of the Ministry of Environment to support the territory in conversion of street and traffic lights in the city center. The Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashiru Salihi Magashi, is rejoicing with the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Alhaji Dr. Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, CFR MNI, to commemorate the Sultan's 15th anniversary on the throne of the Sultanate. The minister congratulated Sultan Abubakar for his eloquent demonstration of astute leadership, capability, and capacity in promoting a peaceful and a viral nation. He further described the Sultan, who is the President General, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, as an uncommon bridge builder, a highly detribalized Nigerian, and an embodiment of peace. The Minister of Defense prayed for continuous good health and long reign for His Eminence as he remains a shining light of a well-dignified royal father with inexhaustible passion and high pedigree in serving Almighty Allah and humanity in general.